Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense, but I try to keep it down under the nitty gritty under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, there's something very, 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 very important. And not important to liberals, libertards, people who believe in God, people like to smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca, people who wear tattoos. That's the majority of you. Masses of asses. All right, okay. Since we got that out of the way, I'm your friendly neighborhood Gen Xer, Indigo child, with my peanut ass, alien ass head, right? But I'll get your mama, right? I'll get your mama. Don't talk about my head, right? I'll be on the basketball court. Sometimes we have a little rose fest. They'll talk about my head, but you know, people with strange shaped heads are usually smarter than those who don't have strange shaped heads, right? So, other than that, let's get on with the topic for today. Today's topic will be about bad ass children. What to do with bad ass children. Alright? Now, I'm going to tell you this story, which is based on a true story. I used to go to this basketball court on the West End, where I live at, okay? And sometimes, every once in a while, you got bad apples. This happens in Brooklyn. It happens everywhere. There's always some sort of badass kids, baby-age kids, with foul-ass mouths. They do not know how to respect their elders because they don't really have any adults around them. And even though you people may think that people are 18 are adults, no. People, I always meet people who think they're an adult. And they're 50-something years old. They're fucking 32. All right? They're not an adult. They're not a fucking adult, guys. All right. But I'm going to tell you how to handle badass kids. So this message is relating to all you parents out there. All right? I believe in tough love. I'm like a Dan Penna type guy. I'm like a Jesse Peterson. I'm like a Jesse, what's his name? I can't think of his name on the TV show, the black guy, Jesse Patterson or something like that. I forgot his name. But anyway, he always calls people betas, okay? And most of you people are beta, okay, right? So whenever you have a child, some children are naturally born to be bad. Either it be the genetics of one of your partners. Let's say, you know, the girlfriend that you dealt with had this certain personification about herself. That's a genetic thing. There's absolutely nothing you can do to fix that problem. I'm a psychologist, baby. I went to college for 2 years. I used to babysit children when I was younger, okay? And basically, I always like to study human behavior. That's like my favorite subject, to understand human behavior and human suffering. Right. But when I was on a basketball court, I met this kid, and all the other good kids told me their parents allow them to smoke cigarettes. And I'm like, oh, okay, they're children too. So I don't want to get involved in that, down the rabbit hole type shit. Go over there to the parents' house, tell them that they're being like children, and you should train your children. You can't tell grown-ass people how to act. You can't do that because they're stuck in their ways. But this message is mainly for you women, okay? I've seen some bad little apple seeds on the court, but one day they're going to get thrown in jail. So that's a message to all you people who think you're an adult who's raising children. You're just going to be thrown in jail. The system will get you. I just stay away from it. I give my tidbits of 2 cents of information to those kids, but they don't tend to listen. Okay, because I used to live in the hood. I'm from Brooklyn, yeah. Okay, when I was 16, I was learning a whole lot of different things. I saw the Wu-Tang Clan while I was growing up, okay? Okay, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, Bed-Stuy area. Yes, I have. But anyway, if you ever encountered a child that is wicked, you'll notice that they will not listen to your commands. No matter if you whip them, talk to them, or even use psycho... So I recommend, listen here now, you use psychological warfare first. Let's say you gave them something. They really like something. Take that thing away. But sometimes that can backfire. I remember one time this woman took her child's phone away from her, and that child destroyed her house. That is the sign to give them up for what? Adoption. You don't want the headache. I know a lot of women and a lot of parents won't do this, because you don't have tough love and you haven't been raised by a tough love father. But trust me on this, guys. It's better to have peace of mind later on than to deal with a headache now and forever until that point on, until they get thrown in jail. Because that's what's going to happen. I think that's the best solution for badass kids. Even in the Bible, it talks about wicked ass kids that are born, okay? You can't do nothing about that. You know, I just saw this video where this 11-year-old boy killed his parents, okay? I think it was the girlfriend who was pregnant in the back of the shit with a shotgun. That is one of the most despicable things I've ever heard in my life. But trust me on this, badass babies, kids, do exist. And the best way to deal with them is to abort, okay? But it's too late to abort, right? You better give them up for it. You better give up for adoption. I remember one time I teach my daughters not to be too emotional. I teach them to be more logical and more researchable. Okay, so we won't have no problems there. Because once disrespect sets in, they will not just take an inch. They will take a mile to see how far they can take with it. And if you are public schooling your children, you are not a great parent to me. To me, you're not a great parent. It's up to the mothers or the fathers for someone to stay home because that is a job. That is a job. Do you hear me? To watch your children constantly 24/7, that is a homeschooling, cyber schooling job. You do not put your kids in any public domain because them kids, you don't know what those other kids are learning. Okay? This is valuable information. I do not agree with public schooling systems or even college. Everything can be learned at home now. It's a waste of time to go there. Because once they get around their other folks, okay, or their peer pressures, their peers, and they want to feel entitled and validated, that's where they learn that shit from. They learn it because you are not there to teach them the fundamentals of respect and self-education. I believe in individualism. All right, okay. This is why I'm indigo. I don't socialize with people. Not of my kind. No, I don't, okay. And I'm not bullying when I talk. All right, TikTok? You must give them up for adoption if they start acting up. I remember one time my daughter tried to run away. She tried to test me. I almost closed the door, and it would have been all over for her. Tough love goes a long way for your mental what? Health. That's right. All right? When you're an indigo child, you suffer. It's a great blessing and a curse. There's not a lot of indigo people like myself, but I know you're out there somewhere. And it started from before you age of 10, you know if you're an indigo child or not. All right, okay? Capiche? You get in touch with me if you knew this, and you're not a liar either. Okay? I read through the lies. Okay? I read through the lies. But anyway, I'm glad I gave you this information, guys. Women and children are just, the order in which you should basically respect, okay? A lot of children, they watch, they should learn. They should know how to respect. They should have fear, okay? And it's real fear because you're being taken care of. If you're a child, okay, and you're being taken care of, or you go to a job, you have to listen. You have to not be lazy. You just can't do that, right? Other than that, that's all I really got to say, guys, okay? I tried to fix the situation more psychologically and also professionally behind the scenes. I do things behind the scenes. I don't do things up front. You will never see me out there popular on anything. I will not want to be popular because I'm too cringy. Oh. People don't like that. That's a good thing, right? I don't like friends that much. I have very few associates, business partners, right? That is what you're supposed to be thinking of. Go always do the 2-for-1 deal. 2-for-1 deals, peoples. Give in order to receive. I teach my daughters, if you give me this, I'm going to give you that. You do that with everybody, and you'll be at peace. Know thyself more than anything else. Know thyself more than anything else. Other than that, I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. Have a nice goddamn day. Give them up for adoption if they're hard, man. Don't worry about that check. Don't be a public charge. All right? Peace.